Have you ever had a moment with someone that felt electric, even though no words were spoken? I remember once meeting a woman at a friend's gathering. We didn't talk much, just exchanged a few polite smiles. But when I hugged her goodbye, everything changed. In that single moment, I could feel her eyes on me, her body subtly leaning in, and an unspoken curiosity in the way she held the hug. It wasn't about romance or games, it was about presence. That one hug said more than any conversation ever could. It showed me how powerful human connection really is, and how small gestures can leave a lasting impression. As I stood back, I realized a simple truth. The way you make someone feel in a single moment can echo in their mind long after you've gone. That hug taught me more about attraction, trust, and presence than any book or advice ever did. And today, I want to show you exactly how these moments work and how you can create them with confidence, awareness, and subtle psychology. Welcome to Pamela Talks. Today, we're diving into the hidden psychology of hugs, how a single embrace can spark trust, connection, and desire without a single word. You have no idea how much a woman judges you by just one hug. Yes, one. One moment, one pull, one breath, one touch. And here's the secret most men never realize. A woman decides if she can feel safe with you, trust you, want you, or desire you based on what your body says during that hug. Today, I'm going to show you 4 simple psychological triggers that women feel in a hug. Triggers that make her want you more instantly. Even if she pretends it's just a hug, it's never just that. Every hug is a conversation, a silent test beneath polite social interaction. She's noticing you, your confidence, your presence, your masculine energy, and your comfort with closeness, all in just a few seconds. Most men completely miss this. They hug like they're holding fragile furniture, stiff, awkward, disconnected, or worse, desperate. Too tight, too long, or too needy. Every wrong move says, I don't know what I'm doing with women. But when you understand what she's really feeling in that moment and know which psychological buttons to press, everything changes. Let's start with the first one. The first trigger is the anchor touch, the one that lowers her defenses. Most men hug like they're meeting a coworker, arms around, tap, tap, done, safe, polite, forgettable. But to make her feel something more, you need the anchor touch. When you pull her close, place one hand firmly on her upper back, right between the shoulder blades. Not lower, not soft, not hesitant. Right there. This is where her body stores tension, the weight of her day, where she unconsciously wants support and strength. That firm, grounded hand sends a subconscious signal, I've got you, you're safe, you're with a man. Here's why it works. Women are naturally wired to look for protection and stability. That spot on her back triggers her sense of safety, comfort, and being held. It's the same instinct that makes a woman feel safer walking behind a man than in front, or why she sleeps better as the little spoon. Your firm hand taps into that ancient primal programming. And the best part? She doesn't even know why she feels so relaxed and happy. She just does. She might think, wow, his hugs feel different. I feel so comfortable. I don't know why, but I just want to be close to him. Never underestimate the effect of a confident, well-placed hand. And before you think this is too simple, wait until you see what happens when you combine this with technique number 3. That's when her breathing starts to change. The second trigger is holding her just half a second longer than expected. This is when she senses your intention. Not needy, not desperate, just slightly longer. Most hugs are quick, mechanical, and emotionless. But that extra half second makes all the difference. She can feel whether it's just polite or whether you truly enjoy holding her. That brief pause creates an emotional imprint she won't even admit to remembering. Here's what goes through her mind. First, she notices, oh, he's still holding me. Then she wonders, does he like this? A warm flush, a little flutter, curiosity. It all happens naturally. This isn't about pressuring her or making her uncomfortable. It's about showing that you're confident with intimacy, comfortable being close, and able to hold space without apology. Most men let go too quickly because they're nervous or afraid of seeming awkward. That rush kills attraction instantly. Holding her confidently just a little longer communicates, I know what I want and I'm not afraid to show it. That energy is magnetic and unforgettable. The third trigger is the slow exhale, a subtle dominance cue women notice instantly. While hugging her, take a calm, deep breath out, controlled and steady. This sends a masculine energy signal to her subconscious. I'm comfortable with closeness. I'm not nervous. I'm grounded. Women can sense tension, shallow breathing, or overthinking immediately. Your body gives away your nervousness. But when you breathe slowly, your chest rises and falls in a relaxed rhythm. She feels it. This triggers her nervous system to relax. She feels safe, calm, desired, and connected. Your steady presence makes her drop into the moment with you without realizing why she feels so at ease. It shows her that you're not reactive, desperate, or trying too hard. You're just there, fully present, comfortable in your own skin. And here's the secret. When a woman relaxes in your arms, she bonds with you emotionally faster than you think. Relaxation builds trust. Trust creates connection, and connection sparks desire. But the fourth technique is the real game changer, the one she never talks about. This is the desire trigger. When you hug her, gently tilt your head so your cheek brushes hers lightly. Not sexual, not pushy, just a soft graze. Her brain reads it as intimacy and closeness, creating a subtle emotional spark she won't forget. Physical touch on the face is deeply personal. It's something we share only with people we feel close to. When your cheek grazes hers, you cross a subtle but powerful boundary. You move from friendly to intimate territory, and her body senses it immediately. She'll replay that tiny moment in her mind. Did he mean that? Was it intentional? Why do I keep thinking about it? That small graze makes her imagine what it would feel like to kiss you. Once that thought enters her mind, she can't erase it. You've planted curiosity and desire without forcing it. Now combine all four techniques in a single hug, and you become unforgettable. How? Pull her in confidently. Place your hand on her upper back. Hold her just slightly longer. Take a slow, calm exhale. Graze her cheek naturally. This mix creates a psychological cocktail of safety, desire, closeness, and emotional imprinting. You're not forcing anything. You're awakening what she already wants to feel. Step by step, it works like this. Approach with calm confidence. Anchor your hand on her upper back. Hold her steadily. Breathe slowly. Brush your cheek lightly. And release her slowly. The separation should feel intentional, not rushed. When you do this right, something magical happens. She steps back, feeling warmer, more curious, and more aware of you. Women love a man who knows how to hug. It makes her feel understood without words and desired without pressure. It proves you're not like other men, awkward, scared, or performative. You're grounded, present, confident, and calm. You radiate a magnetic energy that's subtle but powerful. Hugging with this awareness shows her you're dangerous in the best way. A man who can create connection, trust, and desire all in a single unforgettable moment. Hugs are far more than a simple greeting or polite gesture. They are a powerful form of nonverbal communication. Every time you hug a woman, even for just a few seconds, her body and mind are noticing countless signals from you. Your posture, your touch, your energy, your comfort with closeness, all of it is being registered unconsciously. Women are wired to detect subtle cues about safety, stability, and confidence, often in ways men completely overlook. A well-placed, confident hug can create trust, spark desire, and leave a lasting impression without a single word being spoken. The way a man carries himself during a hug can tell her more about him than a conversation ever could. The psychological triggers in a hug are rooted in human biology and evolution. Certain touches, pressures, and timing tap into deep-seated instincts women have developed over thousands of years. For example, the upper back is where tension and stress are often stored, and applying firm, grounded pressure there creates a sense of safety and protection. Holding her slightly longer than normal signals confidence and intention without being overbearing. Even a small, subtle gesture like a cheek graze activates feelings of intimacy and emotional closeness. These small, unconscious cues influence how she perceives you emotionally and physically, making her feel drawn to you naturally. Breathing plays an enormous role in these interactions. A slow, calm exhale is more than relaxation. It is a signal of masculine presence. Women can pick up tension, nervousness, or hesitation immediately, and it changes how they experience the hug. When you breathe slowly and confidently, it calms her nervous system and creates a sense of security. This is called co-regulation, where your energy influences her state. A hug done with calm, confident energy communicates presence, stability, and comfort in a way that words cannot. It can create emotional imprints that she remembers long after the hug ends, making your connection feel deeper and more magnetic. The way you move during a hug tells her about your emotional state. A slow, confident approach communicates calm and self-assuredness, while rushed or hesitant movements suggest uncertainty or discomfort. Even small details, like the angle of your body, the position of your hands, or the natural rhythm of your breathing, affect how she experiences the moment. Women are hardwired to read these cues quickly, deciding in seconds whether you feel trustworthy, desirable, or appealing. When executed correctly, a hug becomes a micro-expression of attraction, trust, and presence all at once. A hug is much more than a casual gesture. It's a chance to communicate without saying a word. Every detail matters: how you approach her, how you place your hands, how long you hold her, and even how you breathe. Women's brains are wired to notice subtle physical cues, and in those few seconds of contact, they are evaluating your confidence, your comfort with intimacy, and your ability to hold space. A simple hug can either leave her feeling safe, desired, and connected, or awkward, unsure, and distant. Most men hug without thinking, missing the chance to make a meaningful impression. One of the reasons hugs are so powerful is that they affect the nervous system directly. When you hug a woman with calm confidence, her parasympathetic nervous system activates, helping her relax. Stress melts away, and she feels a sense of security and comfort. This is why hugs with grounded, intentional energy create instant emotional bonding. On the flip side, if you're stiff, nervous, or overthinking every movement, she feels it immediately. That tension creates a disconnect, and attraction diminishes. The emotional imprint of a hug comes from the energy you carry more than the physical contact itself. Timing, pressure, and subtle gestures are key. Holding her slightly longer than normal signals that you are present, confident, and intentional. A firm hand on her upper back gives her a feeling of support and protection. A slow, controlled exhale shows that you are relaxed and grounded. Even a tiny brush of your cheek adds intimacy and triggers curiosity, awakening feelings she may not consciously recognize. These small actions combine to form a psychological cocktail that creates trust, sparks desire, and makes you memorable. A woman may not articulate it, but she will remember how it felt. Hugs also communicate emotional intelligence. Women respond to men who can be present without needing validation, who can hold intimacy without being clingy, and who can create safety without speaking. Every hug is an opportunity to express confidence, masculine energy, and empathy simultaneously. By mastering these subtle cues, a man can make every hug meaningful, turning a simple greeting into a powerful tool for attraction and connection. It's not about manipulation. It's about awakening what she already wants to feel: safe, wanted, and emotionally connected. A hug isn't just physical. It's a window into your confidence, emotional presence, and masculine energy. Women unconsciously read every detail: the firmness of your hands, the timing of your movements, your posture, and even the rhythm of your breathing. In just a few seconds, she determines whether she feels safe, desired, and emotionally connected. A simple hug done without awareness often feels mechanical, forgettable, or awkward. But a hug performed with conscious intention communicates far more than words ever could. It can spark trust, deepen connection, and even ignite desire, all in a subtle, non-verbal way that stays with her long after the moment ends. Every touch carries meaning. The upper back is key because it's where tension and stress accumulate. Placing a firm hand there sends a subconscious message: you are safe with me. Holding her just a fraction longer than expected signals confidence and intention without neediness. Your calm, steady breathing reassures her and makes her feel grounded. Even tiny gestures, like a cheek grazing hers, create intimacy without being sexual. Each of these small cues speaks to her subconscious, awakening desire and curiosity. When combined, they form a silent language that women can feel but often can't describe, leaving a lasting emotional imprint. Hugging also builds emotional connection in ways that words cannot. When a woman relaxes into your embrace, it triggers trust. Trust creates closeness. Closeness sparks desire. Your presence during a hug communicates that you're comfortable with intimacy, confident, and grounded. Most men miss this entirely because they rush or overthink it, making the interaction stiff or awkward. But when you slow down, anchor your touch, breathe calmly, and add subtle intimacy, you create a profound sense of safety and attraction. She feels seen, understood, and drawn to you naturally without any pressure. That's the hidden power of a hug. The impact of a well-executed hug can be long-lasting. Women remember how a man made them feel more than anything he says. A single hug can create curiosity, spark attraction, and build emotional connection in a way that lingers. They may replay the moment in their minds, thinking about your presence, your confidence, or the small intimate gestures they felt. Over time, these small meaningful interactions accumulate, creating a sense of magnetic pull. When a man masters these subtle cues, every hug becomes an opportunity to deepen emotional bonds, spark desire, and leave an unforgettable impression. Energy, intention, and timing are what make a hug transformative. It's not about manipulation, it's about alignment. When your body, mind, and energy are present, calm, and confident, the hug becomes a reflection of who you are. Women pick up on authenticity instantly, every step. The anchor touch, the pause, the slow exhale, and the cheek graze works together to communicate masculine presence, emotional stability, and desire. Combined, these subtle elements create a powerful, silent dialogue that speaks to her subconscious. A hug done this way is more than contact. It's a moment of connection, a spark of intimacy, and an unforgettable emotional imprint. So the next time you hug someone, remember, it's never just a hug. Every movement, every touch, every second communicates something powerful. By being confident, present, and intentional, you can make her feel safe, seen, and connected in ways words alone can't. These small gestures, anchored touch, a slightly longer hold, calm breathing, even a subtle cheek graze, are the little things that leave a lasting impression. Master them, and every hug becomes more than a gesture. It becomes a moment of connection, attraction, and trust that she will remember long after. It's about presence, awareness, and the energy you bring into every moment. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon on Pamela Talks. And drop the word connection in the comments to let me know you loved this video and want to keep learning these secrets.